The sixth key to life honeymoon in marriage is admiration.
Kọ́kọ́rọ́ kẹfà sí ìgbafẹ́ ìgbéyàwó títí láéláé náà ni wíwo ara ẹni.
Admiration.
Wíwo ara ẹni.
You are still in need of your physical and invisible senses in this area.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o sì nílò ojú ti ara àti àwọn ẹ̀yà ara àti àìrí láti lo àwọn wọ̀nyí.
You need both physical and spiritual eyes for you to admire your wife or your husband for life.
O nílò ojú ara àti ti ẹ̀mí láti lè máa wo ẹwà aya bí ọkọ rẹ títí láé.
Husband and wife, if their love is to grow steadily and to enjoy life honeymoon, must nurture their love every day, and they must do this by admiring each other every day, every morning, every afternoon, every evening. If in the night when you wake up and see your wife, husband in the bed, admire him or her. If possible, peck him or her. If he or she will not feel disturbed, try it. It will make you to admire him all the time.
Ọkọ àti aya tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ pé kí wọ́n ní ìgbafẹ́ nínú ìgbéyàwó wọn títí láéláé, wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ máa mú kí ìfẹ́ wọn dàgbà lójoojúmọ́ nípa wíwo ẹwà ara wọn lọ́sàn-án, lálẹ́, lówùúrọ̀, ní gbogbo ìgbà, nígbà tó ń sùn, nígbà tó ń jẹun, kí wọ́n máa wò wọ́n. Tó bá jẹ́ òru ni jí, wo ojú ọkọ rẹ̀ àbí aya rẹ̀, sì wo ẹwà náà. Tó bá tẹ̀ ṣe fẹnukò lẹ́nu tí ò bá ti ní di lọ́wọ́.
So this admiration, it fuels love. You look at your wife, your husband, you see that admiration and you love him or her the way he or she is. In fact, when you have that, something will be making your love to be so strong that to part with him or her will be so difficult for you.
Pé nígbà tí o bá sì lè ṣe èyí ní gbogbo ìgbà tó bá wo aya rẹ títí tó wo ọkọ rẹ lọ́kàn, tó wò nínú ọkàn rẹ pé obìnrin yìí mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ rẹ̀, ọkùnrin mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ rẹ̀, yóò máa dá iná sí inú ìfẹ́ yín tí ìfẹ́ náà yóò sì máa gbòòrò.
And husband and wife must always remember the good qualities of each other that attracted them to each other even in the first instance before maybe they grow to that stage.
Ṣé ọkọ àti aya sì gbọ́dọ̀ máa rántí àwọn ìwà rere tí wọ́n ń jọ ní sí ara wọn, ní pàápàá èyí tó fà wọ́n mọ́ra ní ìgbà àkọ́kọ́ lọ́jọ́ sí tí wọ́n kọ́kọ́ ríra wọn, tí wọ́n súfèé síra wọn.
Then look at the inner virtues.
Wá wo àwọn ẹwà inú.
The inner qualities.
Àwọn ẹwà tó dára nínú.
How submissive your wife is.
Bí ìpele tí ìyàwó rẹ tẹríba dé.
How caring your husband is.
Bí ọkọ rẹ ti máa ń nífẹ̀ẹ́ láti tọ́jú rẹ sí.
You know, you need to always look at that.
Gbogbo èyí ló gbọ́dọ̀ máa kíyèsí.
When you are looking at those qualities, whatsoever may be negative in his or her life will be downplayed. And those good qualities you are looking at every day and you are taking upon every day will play down the hatred you may have toward him or her.
Pé nígbà tí ọkọ bàbá sì gbójú kúrò lára àwọn ibi tí ọkọ rẹ̀ kù sí tó fi àwọn àìtó rẹ̀ kó gbé lọ́lẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n tó bá ń wo ẹwà rẹ̀ tó sì ń sọ ní gbogbo gbà, èyí yóò gbára sókè, yóò sì tẹ gbogbo ìkórìíra bá nínú ọkàn rẹ̀.
There is no stage you will reach in your marriage. There is something in your wife or your husband that is highly admirable, either hidden or visible. If you can open your eyes wide, there's always something at every stage in life, at every stage in your relationship that is so admirable, irresistible in your wife or your husband.
Kò sí ìpele kan nínú ìgbéyàwó rẹ, bóyá ní ti ọjọ́ orí tàbí ní ìpele kan tí ẹ lè wà tí o kò ní rí nǹkan àmúyẹ èyí tí ó dára nínú ọkọ tàbí aya rẹ. Ó lè jẹ́ ìta fojú rí tàbí ìta kò fojú rí tó wò báyìí tínú tẹ́rìn ó pa ìkẹ́ rẹ pé inú mi dùn pé mo rí ẹni ìfẹ́.
And when you are looking at this every day,
nígbà tó bá sì lè máa wo èyí lójoojúmọ́,
your love is growing.
Ìfẹ́ ìyá máa dàgbà.
And there is no way marriage love is growing that it will not be create environment for honeymoon, even in your kitchen, even in your bedroom, in your sitting room, anywhere you are, the honeymoon is keeping on.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò sí bí ìfẹ́ ó ti wá máa dàgbà nínú ìgbéyàwó sí tí irú ìgbéyàwó bẹ́ẹ̀ kò ní máa ní ìgbafẹ́ títí láéláé níbikíbi, nílé ìdáná ni o, nílé ìyàgbẹ́, níwájú ìta, nínú yàrá, yóò máa tẹ̀síwájú.
The eyes to admire our spouse all the days of our life, I pray God will give to us in Jesus' name.
Ojú táwọn fi máa wo ẹwà ọkọ àti aya wa ní gbogbo ìgbà kí Olúwa kó fi fún wa.
The seventh key to life honeymoon in marriage.
Kọ́kọ́rọ́ keje sí ìgbafẹ́ nínú ìgbéyàwó títí.
Respect is the key.
Òun náà ni ìtẹríba fúnra ẹni.
You know, I told you I will be precise so that we have time for questions and answers.
Mo sọ fún yín pé wọ́n wà sọ kúkú ká lè ní àkókò fún ìbéèrè.
Respect.
Ìtẹríba fúnra ẹni.
Is fundamental to every relationship to grow.
ó ṣe pàtàkì fún gbogbo ìbáṣepọ̀ láti tẹ̀síwájú.
Couples must respect each other always.
Ọkọ àtaya gbọ́dọ̀ lè tẹríba fún ara wọn ní gbogbo ìgbà.
There is no room for pride in marriage.
Kò sí àyè fún ìgbéraga nínú ìgbéyàwó rárá.
There is no room for superiority or arrogance in marriage.
Tàbí ìgbélọ́kànlé tàbí ìrera nínú ìgbéyàwó kò sáyè.
There is no ego in marriage.
Kò sí pé èmi ni mo mọ̀ ọ́n ṣe, èmi ni mo mọ̀ ní gbogbo rẹ̀ jù nínú ìgbéyàwó.
No matter your age differences, even if you marry somebody that can pass your daughter, once you marry her, respect her. Do not treat her as a young girl, as a slave. No, she's not a slave. If you are 50 years and you marry a girl of 17, you must respect her.
Pé bó ti wù kó rí, bóyá ọjọ́ orí ni tàbí ipò rẹ̀, òun yẹn ò ní ṣe pẹ̀lú aya tó fẹ́ o. Ó bá wù kó fẹ́ ọmọ rẹ̀, ìyẹn ò ní kó má bu ọlá fún. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o sì gbọ́dọ̀ rí.
And not only that.
Ìwá ṣe èyí nìkan.
If there is difference in status, perhaps you are highly placed than your wife or your husband, particularly wives, you may be richer than your husband. If your income, where you are working on your business, may be times 10 of that of your husband, nevertheless, let there be respect in the family.
Bóyá nípele ipò tó wà, pàápàá àwọn obìnrin, bóyá owó oṣù rẹ̀ ó ṣe gàkì ju títí ọkọ rẹ̀ lọ, àbó tètè lọ́rọ̀ ju ọkọ rẹ̀ lọ nítorí irú iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe. Síbẹ̀ èyí ò gbọ́dọ̀ fa àlàfo tàbí pé wàá mú kó wá rúgà sí ọkọ rẹ̀.
Educationally, if you are a PhD holder and it pleases you to marry somebody who has never stepped into primary school in her life or in his life, once you marry him or her, you should not pride over him or her because of your education to the extent that when you are in a gathering of intellectuals, you send him or her out. Go away. What do you need to say here? Don't do that. When you do that, you are offending his or her spirit.
Pé bóyá nípa ti ìwé sì wá ní ìwọ ló kàwé gboyè kò fẹ́ sọ yìí, aya rẹ̀ sì ní kò lè fìdí igi kọ́ hó nígbà tó ti lè wọ́ tó ti dẹnu kọ́ tó fẹ́ bó ti wù kó rí ẹ ó jọ wà nípele kan náà ni. Má wàá fi ọgbọ́n ìwé kó fi dà lórí rú tó bá ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tàbí ní àwùjọ àwọn ọ̀mọ̀wé ẹgbẹ́ rẹ ló wá ní díà wọ yàrá lọ kò yẹ kó o ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ o nítorí náà ó máa mú ẹ̀mí rẹ̀ bínú.
Or maybe you are the garden of those people, friends, relations, and you are chatting and you have a husband that is not learned. Just say, darling, remember we waited there yesterday. Don't say, shut up your mouth, get away. No, say that.
Yes,
just be out with him or her. Waited. It doesn't matter. The double arrow. Went already past tense. Waited. So you don't need to say, you have destroyed me here. Hey. If you do that and you castigate him or her, those friends will go away. It remains you and that woman or that man. What will happen then? Then you are facing the hot fire.
Pé nígbà tí bóyá ti wà láwùjọ àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ló bá ní ẹ bá jọ ń sọ̀rọ̀ oníkálukú ń tàkúrọ̀sọ láyà rẹ̀ bá gbébọn wọlé gbòm má ti torí bẹ́ẹ̀ kó yẹ rí dúró síbẹ̀ nígbà tó bá lọ tán. Ẹjọ́ wà nù lé ni.
Don't ever call each other with offensive names or by offensive name or maybe negative names.
Ẹ máa ń wà torí pé ẹjọ́ wà nínú ilé kó wá máa bú kó máa lu àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tí kò tọ́ láti fi pè é lórúkọ tàbí pera yín.
And don't rebuke each other in the presence of anybody, even your children, even your in-laws. If any of you makes any mistake, never you open your mouth and make that correction openly. It is when you withdraw to your share in the night, then you can rebuke, but in love. And if for any reason, by virtue of providence, you are still living in a room apartment and you have children, when you are to resolve those things in the night, make sure that your children are already sleeping and you talk in a low key and low gentle voice. Alternatively, send your children into the room, look for somewhere, maybe in front of the house, to chat together. Never you rebuke your spouse in the presence of anybody.
Pé nígbà tí ẹ bá sì wá ṣe àṣe tàbí ṣe nǹkan tí kò tọ́ lójú ara yín níbi táwọn ọ̀rẹ́ tàbí ẹbí tàbí àwọn àná bá wà, ẹ má ṣe bá ara yín wí fún ohunkóhun bó ti wù kí o náà kí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ tó. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí ẹ bá kó ẹ̀yin ara yín nínú ilé, ẹ má tẹ̀ ṣe gan lójú àwọn ọmọ, ẹ lè wá sọ̀rọ̀ lálẹ́ láti parí aáwọ̀ yìí. Tẹ́ bá sì jẹ́ pé agbára yín yàrá kan lẹ sì wà, ẹ lè wá bì kan lọ nítòsí tàbí nígbà táwọn ọmọ ti sùn wọra kí ẹ sì sọ̀rọ̀ ní ìrẹ̀lẹ̀ láti parí rẹ̀.
A marriage where there is no respect, love cannot be there.
Nínú ìgbéyàwó tí kò sì sí ìbọ̀wọ̀ àti ìbọlá fúnra ẹni, ìfẹ́ kì í dàgbà níbẹ̀.
And where there is no love, there is no honeymoon.
Níbi tí kò bá sì ti sí ìfẹ́, ìgbafẹ́ ìgbéyàwó kò lè sí níbẹ̀ rárá.
I pray the humility to respect ourselves as husband and wife. God will give to us in Jesus'
Àdúrà
name.
pé ìdẹ̀lẹ̀ láti lè bọ̀ fún wa bí ọkọ àti aya kí Olúwa kí ó fi fún wa.
And the grace for those singles to marry those that will respect them, God will give to them in Jesus' name.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni orí ọ̀fẹ́ láti lè bọ́lá fún àwọn tó bá fẹ́ tàbí tó jù wá lọ kí Olúwa kí ó fi fún wa lórúkọ Jésù.
The eighth key to life honeymoon in marriage,
Kọ́kọ́rọ́ kẹjọ sí ìgbafẹ́ títí nínú ìgbéyàwó.
forgiveness.
Òun náà ni ìdáríjì ni.
Forgiveness.
Ìdáríjì.
When we are talking of forgiveness, is one of the things that we need to be exercising every day in our marriage.
Ó jẹ́ ọ̀kan nínú àwọn wọn tí a gbọ́dọ̀ máa fi sí ìṣe nínú ìgbéyàwó wa.
When you are interacting regularly in your marriage, you are bound to offend each other.
Nígbà tí ẹ bá ní àsọyépọ̀ ní gbogbo ìgbà nínú ìgbéyàwó yín, ó di dandan yóò ṣẹ̀ra yín.
And therefore offenses are inevitable in a healthy relationship or marriage.
Nítorí náà àìsíṣẹ́ra ẹni kò lè ṣaláì má wáyé nínú ìgbéyàwó tí ó dúró déédéé.
And no matter the offenses your spouse may have or you have against your spouse, or no matter how regular the offenses may be, you must always learn how to forgive each other.
Ìbò bá ti wá wù kẹ́ ṣẹ̀ra yín tó níye ìgbà tó wù kẹ́ lè ṣẹ̀ra yín tó nínú ìgbéyàwó yín bóyá lójúmọ́ tàbí lóṣù, síbẹ̀ lẹ fi gbọ́dọ̀ lè dáríjìra yín.
When there are offenses, there are ready-made wounds in your heart.
Nígbà tí ìṣẹ̀ra ẹni bá ti wà, ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kan bá ti wà, egbò ti wà nínú ọkàn bẹ́ẹ̀.
It depends on the level of offense.
Ó wá dúró lórí ìpele ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tá a ṣẹ̀ra wa.
The greatest wound that a woman can sustain in having offense in marriage is when she discovers that her husband has gotten another child somewhere. That wound is so deep that it's not easily healed.
Pé ní egbò tí ó lágbára tàbí ọgbẹ́ tó le jù tí obìnrin lè ní nínú ìgbéyàwó ni nígbà tí ó bá ṣàwárí nígbà tó yá wípé ọkọ òun ti bímọ síbì kan, kò kí ń gbé jiná bọ̀rọ̀.
The greatest wound that a man can sustain in marriage is when he comes home, he discovers his wife and a concubine in his own bed. The wound is so deep.
Ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tó sì lágbára jù tó lè mú kí ọgbẹ́ ọkọ ọkùnrin má jiná bọ̀rọ̀ ni nígbà tí ó bá dé lọ́jọ́ kan tó sì bá aya rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àlè mìíràn lórí ibùsùn ìgbéyàwó wọn.
But then, sincere and prompt forgiveness heals the wounds created by offenses.
Mọ̀ síbẹ̀ o, ìdáríjì àkókò àti tí ó sì jẹ́ láti ọkàn wá, a máa wo ọgbẹ́ àwọn irú ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ báyìí sàn.
However deep the wound may be, once you forgive, even if it is the deepest one that I mentioned, the wound will get healed, even though it may be little by little, may not steadily. But when you do not forgive, the wound will be deeper and deeper every day until either you die of heart attack or your marriage collapses. I pray our marriage will not collapse in Jesus' name.
Àmín. Pé irú ọgbẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ bo ilé tó ti mú ní mo ti ẹ̀ sọ pé òun ló lágbára jù yìí, síbẹ̀ tí ẹ bá lè tètè dáríjìra yín lákòókò bí ó ti wù kí ó jìn tó, irú ọgbẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yóò gba ìwòsàn. Ṣùgbọ́n tí ẹ bá gbé pamọ́, ọgbẹ́ yìí yóò túbọ̀ máa tóbi sí ni, yóò sì máa rà títí tí irú ọkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lè kú tàbí kí ìgbéyàwó náà túká.
When you do not forgive because of offenses, your love is reducing. At a time, the love dies off. And when the love dies off, then the honeymoon is gone forever.
Pé nígbà tí ẹ kò bá dáríjìra yín débi tí ọgbẹ́ yìí yóò sàn, èyí yóò lè mú kí ìfẹ́ ìgbéyàwó yìí máa dínkù. Nígbà tí ìfẹ́ ìbá sì ti parẹ́ tán, yóò ní sí ìgbafẹ́ nínú ìgbéyàwó náà mọ́ rárá.
I pray therefore that the spirit of forgiveness God will give to us in Jesus' name.
Àdúrà pé ẹ̀mí tí ń dáríjìra ẹni Olúwa yóò fi fún wa lórúkọ Jésù, àmín.
The ninth key to life honeymoon in marriage
Kọ́kọ́rọ́ kẹsàn-án nínú ìgbafẹ́ títí.
is concession.
Òun náà ni ìgbà fúnra ẹni, ìfàyè fúnra ẹni.
Concession.
Ìfàyè fúnra ẹni.
Intimacy and love that is so fundamental in marriage develop when husband and wife concede for each other.
Ìsúnmọ́ra ẹni àti ìfẹ́ ìgbéyàwó a máa pọ̀ sí i nígbà tí ọkọ àti aya bá ń gbà fi àyè sílẹ̀ fún ara wọn.
This concession is life in marriage.
Ìgbà fúnra ẹni yìí ó máa ń wà títí nínú ìgbéyàwó.
At the beginning of marriage, you need to concede a lot for each other because the two of you are coming from different backgrounds. So you need to concede a lot of things for each other to meet at a mutually agreed point.
Nígbà tí ẹ bá ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìgbéyàwó yín ẹ ó nílò ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ohun láti fi sílẹ̀ fún ara yín nítorí pé kí ni ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ níbi tí ẹ ti wá pẹ̀lú ìwà ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀.
And also as you are growing, there will still be some things that will be standing between you that make you to have different ground, often having different opinion. So you still need to concede when that arises to meet at a mutually agreed point for your love to keep on growing, for your honeymoon to keep on strengthened.
Nígbà tí ẹ bá sì tún dàgbà bákan náà ni ẹ ó sì tún ní àwọn ohun tí ó yàtọ̀ nítorí ìwòyín àti ìròyìn nípa àwọn ohun tí ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n síbẹ̀ lẹ́ ò nílò kẹ́ ẹ máa gbà fúnra yín èyí tí ó lè mú kí iná ìfẹ́ yín kí ó máa jò sí i nítorí pé ó papọ̀ láti fi ẹnu kò ní ìkóríta.
When marriage lacks concession, there will be anarchy in the home.
Nígbà tí ìgbéyàwó bá ṣe àìní ìgbà fúnra ẹni kò ní sọ́gà kò ní gbogbo rẹ̀ ó dorí kọra wọn.
There will be stronghold that will be standing between the husband and the wife.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ibi agbára tàbí ibi tọ̀tọ̀tọ̀ yóò wà èyí tí ó máa lòdì sí lọ́kọláya náà tí ó sì mú wọn wà lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀.
Unless they concede for each other, that struggle may become stronger and stronger every day, and to keep them apart forever, and if possible, tear the marriage down.
Ní wọn kò bá gbà fúnra wọn èyí yóò máa mú kí ibi ipá agbára tí ó lòdì sí wọn kó máa lágbára sí lójoojúmọ́ èyí tí ó sì lè mú kí ẹbí wọn kí ó pín.
This concession span across every aspect of marital life.
Ìgbà fúnra yìí á lọ sí gbogbo ìpele ìgbéyàwó pátá.
It could be in terms of food.
Ó lè jẹ́ níbi oúnjẹ.
It could be in the area of sex.
Ó lè jẹ́ níbi ti ìbálòpọ̀.
It could be the area of in-laws.
Ó lè jẹ́ ti àwọn àna.
It could be the area of job.
Tàbí ti iṣẹ́.
It could be the area of maybe family business.
Ó sì lè jẹ́ nípa okòwò tí ẹbí yín yóò ṣe.
So there are many areas that you need to talk and concede and meet at a point before you move forward. Because if as husband and wife you are not meeting at a point and you take any step, you might not go far before that thing crash.
Nítorí náà ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ohun ló wà nínú ẹbí tí ẹ ó gbọ́dọ̀ ẹ ó nílò láti jọ ní àsọyépọ̀ tí ẹ ó sì wá jọ sún fúnra yín yóò sún níbi tó wà òun náà ó sún tí ó fi wá fìmọ̀ papọ̀ lórí kókó kan èyí tí ó lè mú kẹ́ dúró papọ̀ títí.
When we are talking of concession, we are not talking that is a compromise.
Náà tẹ́ bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìgbà fúnra ẹni kì í ṣe pé bóyá láti gbọ̀jẹ̀gẹ́.
But it's something that you will do without compromise just for the welfare and happiness of your spouse and for the welfare of your marriage, for you to have honeymoon for life.
Kì í ṣe pé láti gbọ̀jẹ̀gẹ́ oṣù pé ó jẹ́ láti fún ìtọ́jú àti ìdàgbàsókè ìfẹ́ ẹbí náà ni.
God, I pray that God will give us humility to concede for each other in Jesus' name.
Gbàdúrà pẹ̀lú ayé fún wa ní ìrẹ̀lẹ̀ ìtẹríba láti lè ṣe èyí lórúkọ Jésù.